Good evening. I work for JM Financial Services. It's in the uh, entire financial services space except banking and credit cards. So whatever else financial services required, we are there in that field. And I've done my CMA, Chartered Accountant, and other things. So I don't want to dwell on it, but one thing I lacked is I wanted to learn more about strategy and learn how exactly it is. So this was I found lacking, and then I did a lot of research and found CIMA is the right place to do it. Of course, we got a bit of exemptions because of our past credentials. But I really like the course and I really like the case studies. I really like the mock which Sir gave. And it was a really pleasant experience learning from Prakash Sir. He interjects humor in between, and the lectures are never, so serious. You actually, feel you'll miss a lot if you miss that lecture. Besides learning, a light banter and, little here and there, it actually livens up the experience of learning. And his learning is so methodical. He goes into each and every aspect. He actually dissects the whole problem. He dissects the answers you give on the mock test. He gives really critical feedback. If it is wrong, it is wrong. And, I really appreciate it that this is where you're going wrong. And believe me, whatever those 2, 3 months, 4 months were there, it was a really good experience. And, CIMA is not so much known here, maybe a lot of that in outside India. But, one thing I realized I was a bit wrong when I asked Sir, I need to recruit 3 or 4 people. I usually used to always say, I want CA candidates only. So this is the first time I said, I want CIMA candidates. And Sir put it on some forum, his own alumni and along with all of us. And believe me, I shortlisted 3 or 4 of them, and I gave them a very good jump and offer. But unfortunately, my bad luck, all backed out. They were retained by the organization. So that's the time I realized the importance, how critical CIMA is, the experience and the depth of knowledge which each person brings. The organizations want to retain them. And this is also credit goes to CIMA, the CIMA team. It's a qualification which everyone values in the organization. And one more thing, Prakash sir, I realized, why also they were retained, because they ultimately, I believe, they were all trained by you. So they got that insights and experience from you. And of course, should not take the credit out of their own efforts. But nonetheless, it was happy to see organizations find these CIMA people very critical to their role. And I think a lot of candidates will prosper in the future and in their current roles, primarily because, they have a CIMA credentials behind them. And all the efforts they have taken in learning the strategy. One thing differentiates CIMA and other courses are more on academics and CIMA is more on practical side. It actually prepares you for the real life world, real life experiences, and that's the way. If anyone wants to learn strategy and on the business side, a lot of things, no other courses, no other credentials will give you other than CIMA. And I would encourage, of course, all here are CIMA graduates, but I always now keep on telling my team, tell your people they should do CIMA from the beginning. Of course, we have other credentials, so we got that experience. But it's really a wonderful journey. And so I wanted to learn strategy, and it so happened I was from a head of operations and a chief executive officer, I was promoted to the co-CEO. Primarily because of my insights into strategy, strategic decision which I've taken. So they found that. Of course, I believe this CIMA adds a lot of value. And whoever now asks me about CIMA, I said there's only one institute who can, help you out, and I always refer them to Prakash sir, and that is how it is. Thank you, Prakash sir. It's a lot of gratitude towards to you, and you have shaped whatever way you can. I've gained so many insights, maybe from the mocks, maybe from the case studies which we did. It's not just the case study of the mocks; it's the way you think about that problem and how you can break it down, how methodical you can be. That really gave me a great insight into conducting business in a more better way. So thank you once again, sir. Pranam to all of you, and thank you very much, Vidisha. Thank you for organizing this. It was great. Yeah.